Welcome to Benchwarmers and the Breadwinners with the fellas. Special guest Tre Mitchell. I'll let BC take it from here.
What's up, guys? I guess this is episode number 3, but it's the first episode that Trendon and Miles are here. And I think we mentioned that in the first episode that me and Park did, but I think they're going to do another episode to kind of introduce themselves and tell them a little bit about them and what they want to do with the podcast and all that stuff. But if you guys want to say something, introduce yourselves real quick, and then we'll kind of get going.
Yeah, man, we're just we're happy to be here. Happy to have Tre on the pod. Ready to get started.
My name is Miles. I would say out of everybody, my basketball experience is probably the less. I think I made it to summer JV, I think. So obviously if we played a game, I'm getting picked last, but we're here for the long run.
Damn
Yeah.
straight. Miles' nickname actually is Moondog from
Moondog.
basketball. He has a play named after him, so
I
that
swear.
gives
Ohio
you his
County.
experience.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
he's
didn't
like
play
that.
long, but I left my mark.
Damn straight. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I guess kind of Tre, starting to talk about you. You just got back from Summer League, right?
Yeah, I mean, kind of in a waiting period right now. Figure out where I'm gonna end up, but for me, that first summer league experience was different. It wasn't really what I expected,
Yeah.
but I still enjoyed it. You know, I had fun, met a lot of new people, reconnected with a lot of old teammates and dudes that I played with in AAU and things like that.
Yeah, so I guess Summer League, when did you guys start? Like the end of June after the draft? Is that how that works?
Yeah, so kind of right after the draft, like 2-3 days after is when I got to OKC and we started practicing. And then we went up to Utah, played 3 games there, and then obviously went to the summer league from there.
Yeah. Park, did you watch any of OKC's games on Summer League?
We tuned in, yeah. What was it? 2 or 3 nights ago against the Warriors.
Yep.
Yeah, we watched a little bit of that game. I don't remember much. It was a good game, though. It was a good game. BC?
Yeah, Tre, I guess going from there, I have no idea what I'm going to say right now.
Yeah, man,
That's what I'm
and
gonna
it's
script.
probably just tough. Like, you know, season ends, you know, pack up straight to Utah, and now you're back here. You got to pack everything up and go straight back. You know, it's tough. Timelines are all mixed together.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was like I literally got off the plane last night and then spent the whole day today packing up all my stuff. I mean, I get to go back home to Pittsburgh for a little bit while I wait around and just kind of figure out what's going on. But I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Did you get to see any of Kentucky guys out in Summer League in Vegas?
You know, unfortunately, I didn't get to spend any time with them because everybody's game was on the opposite day of me. So it was like my off day, they were playing, and then vice versa. But I was obviously tuned in. You know, Reed was out there killing it.
Yeah,
I think he surprised a lot of people.
for sure.
But I mean, that's even through my workout process. It was like everybody was asking me. It was like, Rob and Reed, like, what do you think? How are they gonna do? And it's like, I knew Reed was gonna be an impact guy off the rip just because of his intelligence and his IQ and feel for the game. And then obviously Rob is like, he has such a wide skill set. It's like there's not too many dudes that are changing speed the way he is and making decisions and an elite scorer the way he is too. And it was just like just seeing them really get in action and compete at that level. It was fun to watch.
But I guess it's kind of weird, like for our past, like every team we've been on, I guess in college, like you have like time to like build a team and then you practice for June till not August, but the end of October before you actually play a game. But in Summer League, that's totally different. So it's probably really hard to get like on the same page with all those guys and like chemistry wise and just be able to go out there and compete at a high level compared to like, I guess, the past couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like everything was just kind of done on the fly. You know,
Yeah.
there was a lot of film. That's really the only way you could learn in between those games is film because people have to rest their bodies and things. And it's like you have to be able to take whatever they're saying and apply it immediately. There's no time to sit around and think about it. It's like you got to put it into action and make it as you go.
Yeah.
Who was one of the guys that you played with in Summer League that was like, dang, this guy's a killer or he's good?
Yeah, so for me, when we first started practicing, it was Usman. The dude is all of 6'8", but he plays like a point guard. You know, like has a really good feel for the game. Has changed the direction. And I was talking to BC about this earlier. It was like, for some reason in the league, it's like, at least in the summer league, the way people were playing is like everybody has this weird layup package where it's like they're coming down full speed, and then like right at the last second it's like a dead stop and these super slow 2 steps.
Oh yeah.
So like dudes are flying by, jumping, and they're just right there and they lay it in, and it's like, I was like, I need to figure out whatever that is.
Incorporate this into the game
That's
as soon as possible.
The Harrison twins do that a lot. Watching TBT, they love that little slow 2-step. Even Eric Bledsoe, I did it a couple of times where he's just going full speed, and maybe it's Eric Bledsoe was doing it well. It's just something that being in the league, you just adapt.
Yeah, I will hit on Eric Bledsoe compared to like, dude, he's like barely 6 foot.
Really?
But like his hezzy is maybe the meanest hezzy I've ever seen. And like I know he's not going 100%. Like you know, like obviously he was in the league for 14 years, whatever. Yeah, but I mean, just like it's insane how like how successful he was in the league for so long. At like how so like small he is, just how like you can score against like footers at that easily, being that size.
They used to call him like Baby Braun. Do you remember that?
Did they?
Yeah, when he was in the league.
He's great. Like his body is.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I mean,
he's huge.
yeah.
Watching the TBT, he's huge.
No, he's jacked, dude. Looks like
I was gonna say, this on camera, it just looks like he's jacked, dude. Little pit bull.
Yeah, literally, it's like his body type is crazy.
somebody said he looks like a personal trainer. It might have been you. Was that you? He looks like a personal trainer. Yeah, somebody said that. Or maybe it's Kev. Kev's outside.
Yeah. I mean, no, yeah.
Rob too. Is he like 6'1", 6'2", if that? Rob?
Yeah, he's not very big either.
I don't know what is he listed at.
I think honestly, he was listed like 6'2" or 6'3".
Yeah,
Just listen to it. Definitely not.
That. But I mean,
you see that so much in AAU and just like growing up, like playing basketball, like kids, like this guy, oh, he's 6'8".
Yeah, they had Trey listed as 6'10" in high school.
Hell yeah.
No, I guess kind of from that, I guess we can talk a little bit about your college career. You went to what, 4 different schools?
yeah, man,
A little bit everywhere.
been all over the place.
So I guess you could talk a little bit about compare UMass to Texas to West Virginia to Kentucky, and then we can relate more so on the Kentucky part. But if you want to like hit on that and just explain like maybe the difference in the transitions you had to go through each one of those places. I mean, each one of them probably helped you along the way become obviously a better player in person and all that stuff. But if you want to hit on that.
Yeah, so coming out of high school, I knew that I wasn't an impact player at a high major level. You know, I knew that I had to work on my body and a lot of things. But UMass, I felt like was a great start for me, you know, and I walked into a great situation there. It was like there were, I think, three or four dudes off my prep school team that went to UMass with me. So it was just immediate comfortability.
Right.
And then the following year, more dudes from my prep school team ended up transferring in. And it was like those 2 years, I dominated at that level, you know.
Yeah.
Rookie of the year, that was like player of the week, like 6 times in a row. Like I was rolling, you know. But
Where did you?
Oh well.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
We can figure it out later.
Yeah, we got the thing. All right. Where did you play prep school at?
Woodstock Academy. It's in Connecticut.
Okay.
And I think it was literally only there for like 3 years. Like my first year there was the first year it was around. You know, like it was a regular day school, but they had just like started boarding kids, things like that. And then once I left, I think it had like 2 years after that, and then they shut the prep program down. But yeah. I mean, my 2 years there, we played 80 plus games, lost 4. Like there was
So you play like 40 games a year?
Yeah, like were just some dogs on those 2 teams. It was like, and people nobody heard of either. Yeah. You know, like they were just straight dogs, just out the gutter. Play good together. Like, dudes just wanted it.
Yeah.
But yeah, those years at UMass, it was a lot of fun. you know. But after that second year, I kind of got to the point where I was just like, I need to know what I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like I felt like I kind of reached my limit in the A10. Like they started calling it the Tre 10, and they were like making T-shirts and stuff. Like I have one of the T-shirts in my house, but it was cool. But
Yeah,
I was just like, I need to see how I stack up against these high major guys. You know, going from the first option, you know, at UMass, I was touching the ball every possession. You know, getting double, triple teamed night in, night out. So like I figured out all the angles and stuff. You know, where dudes are gonna be, where they're cutting from. So I was just able to understand the game from that perspective. But then Texas was just like a complete 180. And it was like I got in there. I think I got in there at 240, right? So conditioning, whole nother level of conditioning. Like it was like we're up at 5 a.m., you know, in the weight room by 6, get a good hour lift in, and then right after it's straight to running. Like our least favorite drill of all time, they call it the Miami Heat drill. You get a minute and 3 seconds, 10 touches down and back. Then you get a minute and a half rest, and you got to do that 5 times.
Oh, back to back to back.
Yeah, all consecutive.
Oh,
And it was like I did not make the times a single time until the strength coach was like, all right, if you make it this time, you don't have to run it anymore. And I was like, all right, bet. Like I locked in. I remember it so vividly. It's like the very last one, right? Running, clock's going down, getting to the end. I literally have to dive to make it across. I dove, and it was like this is the one. The strength coach was so crazy there. He's standing on the baseline with a camera, with his phone, recording to see if dudes make it. And it was like I dove. Everybody's like cheering me on because like I was just struggling with this. I was out of shape, you know.
For sure.
And he's rewinding the video. He's like, I don't know. I'm like, yo, I just told him that, bro, I'm not running it again. I was like, in my mind, I made it. Like I'm not doing it again. But I enjoyed Texas. Austin is a great city. Like
yeah, that's what
Something to come up.
I definitely want to go back there. It's like anything you could possibly want is within 10 minutes. Like no matter what you're into. I understand why Walker's always talking about it.
Big pitch for recruiting too, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, once you go there, you're like,
football games, insane.
yeah.
Like my first time walking in there, I was like, I just like stood there. I'm like, yo, this is real. Like,
And like, they just got a new arena too. Basketball, right?
no, yeah, it was right after I left they got that. But
Okay.
it's, the one thing about their football games is like before every game, it's just like a carnival right out in front of it. It's like insane. Like there's people with cowboy hats and boots, you know,
Yeah.
the whole 9.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of fun there. But in terms of basketball, it was just like, it was new. You know, it was new. I was like, I was playing out of the corner now. Like, you know, I'm standing there trying to find opportunities to cut or set a screen and things like that. Like, I had some good games, but I had some really bad experiences there too, from a personal and like some coaching stuff. So I ended up leaving there like mid-season, and it was just like I just had to get home and I had to just kind of recollect myself. You know?
Definitely been there.
So I was just like, you know, it is what it is. It's the path I'm on.
Yep.
West Virginia, that was an hour away from home for me, so it was like
Perfect.
it was right there. You know, I was just far enough to kind of stay out of the mix of everything going back home, but still be close enough to have access to it. And I absolutely loved West Virginia. Like
Definitely,
everything about it, the people, the coaches, the people I played with, like the culture there was like, from an outside perspective, you know, West Virginia gets the bad rap and all the jokes and everything, but it's like once you're really a part of it, like there's so much love there. Like,
There's history for sure.
and it was like I definitely would have stayed there for my final year if Hugs didn't get in some trouble there at the end. But yeah, you know, and then Cal reached out and it's like the dream school. You know, Kentucky. I've been a Kentucky fan my whole life, regardless of where I've been. So it was like I couldn't pass up on the opportunity, especially after going to practice and just seeing like they're missing me. Like
it was a desperate need.
Yeah, like there was like I'm the person they needed for this position.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, I remember that when you were on your visit, we were like, dude, we have to we need Tre, and obviously that happened.
Could you always shoot?
Yeah, I mean that's just even growing up. It was like everybody tries to banish you to the post, you know, because you're bigger than everybody. They're like, okay, set a screen and roll to the hoop. And I'm like, it was actually DeMarcus Cousins that really set the example for me. And like I looked up to him a lot growing up and just watching him play. And I'm like, he's literally the biggest dude on the court, and he's doing everything. So like growing up, I'm like, why can't I do that?
Right.
You know? So it was just like, I'm getting a rebound and I'm pushing it. Like I don't need to outlet it to a guard. Like let's get into something. Let's go. And then it's just like for me, it's like the more you can do, the better.
Yeah.
So that's just how I play.
And it makes it easier, like on the court, if you can. I mean, obviously, if you can do more than just post up or more than just shoot, then you're obviously gonna make more impact on the court. But I guess from a Kentucky standpoint, what was let's go with your favorite memory. Actually, favorite memory, and then we'll go favorite game from this year.
I'm not gonna lie, my favorite memory was Z's behind the back pass. Ooh. But it was like the thing that I don't think people really talk about enough is like that was his first time touching the ball in that game. That was his first touch. Was a behind the back pass to the corner.
That's stupid.
And it was like just the energy in the gym.
Dude, that was like the loudest. I think in the 5 years that I was in games at Rupp, I think that's the loudest I've literally ever heard. It was that game. That game was nuts.
It was insane.
Me and Miles were actually there
losing
in the nosebleeds.
In the nosebleeds, we got there so late.
Absolutely insane. Like, yeah, it was probably the loudest I've ever heard Rupp as well. And
we all killed him too.
Exactly.
Like,
we were working.
Just everybody was hitting him. He started out like 4 straight threes, or 3 straight threes.
We were firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, no, I think everyone thought we were like, oh, for sure. Like, no, we're not losing another game this year. I was like, dude, I don't know if we'll lose another game. As he plays like not even as well, just like half, like, you know what I'm saying, half that. I mean,
yeah, that was crazy.
It's like makes you a whole different team. Obviously, that game too.
So we had Kellen Grady on yesterday. A10. Did you and Kellen play each other?
We did.
Oh yeah,
we did actually. We did. It was
some good matchups there.
Dude, our whole scheme was derived around him. You know, like, we go into film and it was just like, all right, this is the guy we need to stop right here.
Yeah,
Davidson, right?
Yeah, Davidson. Yeah,
wearing number 30. You know, little Steph Curry.
Yeah,
like that's just like everybody's like he's just Steph.
We even
Jr.
talked like I mean, me and Kellen have been close since he was here, but like even like the tattoos he has are like very similar to like the ones Curry has.
Really?
And then, like every time he hits a three, it's like the chest to the sky. It does the same exact like thing he does, and he swears he's been doing it like before he became obsessed. Not obsessed, but like at Davidson or like a fan of Steph. But we always give him a hard time about that.
So Steph is Kellen's idol. Who did you look up? Boogie.
Boogie was big for me, honestly. Like a lot of my life was I was just watching him play. You know, I was a big fan of his. Followed his whole career. But for me, as I got older and as my game changed, you know, I started watching different pieces, different aspects of dude's game. Like me, is like I'm always getting like a mid post touch. So it's like I'm studying Carmelo and Paul George, their footwork and how they play the angles in that mid post and how they get dudes with fakes and things like that. But then on the other side of it is like you know, you're at least growing up for me, I watched a lot of Mutombo and his footwork and Olajuwon and his footwork in the post just to kind of solidify that game of it. But like dude, now for me it's like I'm watching your centers that are like Jokic, you know, like little unorthodox, but like not the most athletic, but he gets it done. Like part of it is just his build. He's just huge. He has a weird build. You can't do much, but like it's just like the way he plays angles and things like that. It's just like that's just kind of how I see the game because I know I'm not a dude that's gonna go put my chest on the rim.
Although you thought you could sometimes, but that's okay too. But I mean, even this year, I mean, essentially our whole offense was ran like whole offense for like getting you the ball at the top and like when you go like zooms, DHOs, like pick and pops, you rolling you to the short corner post, mid post, all that good stuff. So I can definitely see how that relates.
I feel like that showed too, like during the season, just like reps and experience is something that not just like we needed, but like it was something that you could go to, felt comfortable with, you know?
Yeah.
Like there was several times you touched the ball down low and put a nice move on somebody, and that's just like experience, you know?
No, yeah, that's time-tested move, man. Up and under. It's like It's really a mind game when you play in the post, because it's like your first one. It's like just go up with it, and if you make it, next time they're gonna jump. Or if you get I like to call them athletic dummies, the big bigs that just try to block everything. It's just like, all right, pump fake, watch them fly by, get them a foul, things like that.
Yeah. All right, so now we're on to your favorite game. What was your best game this year? Come on, bro. I know it's the game you had the most points, obviously.
What is your high score?
Ever? Or
Yeah, most you've ever had in a game.
37.
Okay.
At UMass. Put 37 on. Who was it? I think it was like Northeastern or something like that. Like, one of them schools. One of those schools came in. I just went to work on.
So 37.
And that's like high school, AU, everything. 37.
High school, like through high school and AU, I think my highest ever was 42.
Okay.
It was like one of those games where it was like I just played, and then afterwards they told me, and I was like,
yeah,
huh?
That's fair.
Yeah.
I was just like in a zone,
No, that definitely happens. I mean,
What about you, BC? What is your high score?
43.
43. Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of like one of those things too. You like find out after the game, like, oh, I actually had that many. It was just like, I think it was like overtime game, so I had to get a little extra time to get a couple more shots up. But yeah. What about you?
A little 40 ball.
40?
40, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, 10 threes.
What were the rest for free throws?
Just like a layup.
Okay.
A jumper,
Couple
like
lays.
a little midi.
Yeah.
I mean, free throw. Yeah. I was feeling myself.
Yeah.
My teammates kept on passing the ball because the dude at the gym was like, 9 threes is the record. And so my teammates, bless them, they just kept on passing me the rock, and I was throwing them up. I probably shot like 23, so like 10 for 20 is not bad.
Okay, well, yeah. You probably shot 30 if you said you shot 20.
Probably. But yeah, my teammates, they were cool about it. Yeah, they let me throw them up, so that was cool.
Yeah.
You good, man?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was just getting comfortable. I hit my leg on the table.
Okay.
No big deal.
Okay.
So your favorite game in Kentucky?
That's tough. I mean, personal, it was probably the Missouri game, just because I just had a really good game. I think that was my 20-point double-double.
Did we play at Missouri?
No, it was here.
It's my years run together. It was definitely here.
But overall, I think my favorite game I didn't even play in was when we played Alabama.
Yeah.
And we were just firing on all cylinders.
Killing them.
I was having a lot of fun on the sideline. Definitely
Yeah,
was.
no, that was. Oh, yeah, the game
It was like an NBA team that night. Like everybody
Yeah, literally everybody
was on.
Mm-hmm.
firing.
Yeah. Were we at that game too?
I didn't go.
Okay.
I didn't make it to that game. But I was watching it.
Yeah, for sure. That game, I remember the Arkansas game very well too, because we were down the whole game. It was probably 8-10 minutes left, and we come back and we killed them. Probably
This game Rob didn't play, right?
10 or 15.
Rob was sick that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rob was sick.
Food poisoning?
I don't know. He had something. I remember. But
Something was going on with
DJ played very well that game. I
DJ
remember.
played. Yeah, I do remember that game was every at Arkansas game at Kentucky. I think we were always losing, and we always somehow came back and won.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know Cal got thrown out my freshman year at Arkansas.
Damn.
I remember that at Arkansas.
Yeah, he like lost his mind.
Y'all were down, right? And you came back
It
and
was like
won.
6 minutes left. He just got up out of there, and then it may have been more than 6 minutes. I don't know, but we somehow came back and won the game. And obviously, Arkansas fans were going nuts because that place is crazy to play at.
What's your favorite Cal memory?
I'm gonna hit you with that too. For me, my freshman, I don't know if this is one of my favorite movies, but this is one that gets me. I literally laugh thinking about this all the time. So like we're going to Bud Walton. So at Arkansas, my freshman. This is actually the same week. Yeah, that game we were walking into the bus pulled up, like walking in to shoot around, and like this was like I guess pre-COVID, so all the fans were like camping out. You know how Cal would always be like, yeah, they're setting up tents and stuff for us, like all that stuff. And like they actually did whatever. So we're like walking in to shoot around, like they're beating on the bus, whatever. We're going to shoot around. We're on the way out, and Cal's like stops everyone. He's like, you know how he pulls you out of the gym and it's time to go. So he stops everyone. He's like, all right, every single one of us are going to sprint to the bus. Like from the arena to the bus, like as all of these fans are out there. And we were all like, what do you mean? And he took off. And we all just sprinted. and got on the bus. And it was like, but no, it was like that was a good one for me. What about you, Trey?
I don't know if I really have
Dude,
a
I mean,
specific one.
I think we talked about it last episode, but I hear two hands like in my sleep, like not even like intentionally, but 5 years of it, I just like.
No, you see, that's the thing. Like the entire summer league, I was hearing that in the back of anytime that I one-handed a rebound, I heard it, and I was like, gotta give it two hands.
Dude,
I was like, I gotta get it.
It's even funnier because now with the TBT team, all those guys that played with him, they say it too. Like
Really?
we'll like finish a possession. Like, dude, these guys haven't played for him in 10 years. It's like they'll be like sneaky say two hands, or like somebody will grab one and be like two hands. I don't know. It's so funny though.
It's engraved in there now,
Yeah.
bro. Like it's there. Like even like any rebound that like I go up and I'm like I was like fighting for it throughout the summer league and I didn't get it. And I'm like it's because you didn't go with two hands.
Yep. Oh yeah.
But I mean like I'd say just like the way that Cal and Adu interacted every day in practice was just I had so much fun watching it. Because like for some reason I was a dude always came to it as soon as it happened. Like right after it happened, a dude's coming to me talking about it, and I'm like, bro, come on, bro. Because like I mean, me and a dude from the same area. It was like I saw a dude grow from a little 5'4" point guard into the monster of a human being he is now. But
yeah, I just whenever he would always like just show, give me a finger. Give me a finger. You know what I'm talking about? Dude, which one? Which one is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he would like,
just give me a number.
Yeah, give me a number. Give me a number. Which one? Like Cal would like just be talking in the background, like whatever number it is. What was the one thing he said the one day about the Uber driver and the apples, and then you know what I'm talking about?
It was like the with the accountant speech. Like it's like if you don't want to play basketball, there's an accountant. He was just talking all this random stuff.
Yeah.
What was the thing with the? Because a dude did something,
yeah,
right?
he did something.
And then like,
and Cal, I guess a dude was like went to like try to say like something back, and Cal was like, "Oh yeah, so blame it on the Uber driver," and then the apple fell and hit the Uber driver, and then the Uber, I don't know, it was just like going all different paths. But it was so funny. We were all just like, "What is going on?" But no. There's like unlimited stories of Cal that are just funny that you could tell for hours.
He goes on this little rants. Honorable mention, I think, played with Jack Gohlke in the summer league.
Yes.
He's on
Actually,
OKC.
I was gonna ask you that at the end, like how bad you wanted to hit him. in practice.
Dude, day one, like I walk in the gym and I see him, I'm like, bro, there's no way. Like, there's no way this dude is here right now. But like, it was like the first practice, he wasn't really hitting, right? So it's like, I'm on the baseline. Obviously, I'm gonna say I'm chatting down there, right? It's like they were on the other end and like they had a possession. He missed a couple in a row, and I'm standing down here next to the dudes that were with me. I was just like, you want to do that in the tournament? Like, you know, like that's just the first thing that comes to my mind. I'm like, bro, like against us, you hitting leaners and
All types of crazy circus
like,
shots.
one thing I noticed about like playing with him, he is so much better shooting off balance. Like his catch and shoot is like, you know, your average catch and shoot player, but like when he gets that lean, for some reason it's bottoms every single time.
That's crazy to think about. I mean, all the shots he shot in the tournament were leaners and like, I mean, they were all tough shots.
Full
Act
three
like
people
he
on
was
him.
Everybody on him.
Two dudes contest
wide open. Like I remember Tone coming back to the huddle. He's like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like my hands, like yeah, I don't know what to do either.
and the elevation he gets on his jump shot is
crazy.
insane. He's like, how tall? Like maybe 6 foot.
He's
6'1".
probably like 5'10", 5'11".
bro. He might be under.
Man,
But like he's actually a great person though. Like he's a great dude. Like we got to bond a little bit, you know, chopped it up, whatnot. You know, you gotta give credit where credit's due. You know, he's actually a really good person.
I just remember when we like were, I guess like pre-game before that game, he was like the only one on the team working out. Like he did his own workout. Like he wasn't even doing like, I don't even know if he shot layup lines, to be totally honest
I
with you.
don't think he did because I remember seeing on Twitter like it was just him shooting threes.
Really? No, I mean,
the whole pregame.
Like everything he does, he's not taking a step.
No,
aside.
there's
That
no
three-point
point.
line,
I mean, really, him
it's
shooting
like-
layups. So I just remember watching his workout. I was like, dude, what? Like, this is the strangest workout I've ever seen. Like all these threes he was shooting, and I mean, even we game plan. That's what they said. I mean, you know,
literally they pulled the shot chart up. I think he had like 3-4 shots inside the arc the entire season.
yeah. Yeah, back in Ohio County, they called me Jack Gohlke. Yeah, he was actually going to come on the pod with you, Trey, but he missed his flight.
Yeah, I figured as much, you know. But one thing is, like, everywhere he goes, dude, like, Jack. And I'm walking around, I'm like, bro, that's just because of what he did to us.
One game.
Like, I know it. Like, that's the only reason. It's like, we're sitting there because, like, it was me, him, this kid Clarence that played at UNH, and a kid Jaquan that played at Memphis. And, like, we were the dudes that just, like, we were just at the end of the bench, you know. There were no seats. We're on the floor. Like, we're sitting there clapping. You got to stand up every time something happens, you know. Be a good teammate. You know, be a good teammate.
Yeah.
But it was, like, almost every game, the fans get the chant going, we want Gohlke. It's, like, almost every game, bro. And I'm like, dude, this is nuts.
Oh,
It's crazy how that man's world changed. I mean, he had, like, NIL deals right after that game.
Yeah. Like, he's probably still getting them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was wild. In the hotel lobby. He was just like recording those commercials.
Like, it's insane, bro.
Probably didn't leave the arena before he like got that first NIL deal. You know what I mean?
He probably
They're
did.
probably lining up.
Probably
Oh, yeah.
halftime. He had like
Halftime,
fucking like what?
6 threes I have.
Yeah.
I think it's
At
6.
halftime.
Funny story, actually. Me and Miles went to
Watch that game.
a restaurant, went and watched the game. We were like, all right, we're just going to chill, watch the Cats, win a good game, whatever. And then Gohlke hits probably like the first 4 threes. Like
Well, the game
4 for
started
4.
out slow though. I remember, and then like 4 or 5 minutes in, it was just
Boom, boom, boom,
you're
boom.
like, what the heck?
5 for
was
5 for
this?
3, and we're like, okay, this obviously can't last the whole game. Let them go on
That's
the
literally what we thought.
Yeah.
There's no way.
yeah, let them go on the run.
Kept going.
It never stopped, and there's about 2 minutes left, a minute left, and it's just, like me and Miles, I think we almost cried just cause like
I knew what was coming. After that, I knew that it was.
Even, like, the energy in the gym was like,
yeah.
you know, everybody wants the underdog to win.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
it's-
regardless of how much blue was in there, it was like,
Yeah, no, like because you got the other like fans staying from the games before, like the other teams that are playing there, and they're just all screaming for what Oakland. Yeah,
It didn't help too because am I making this up? Tone got like a super questionable foul on one of his like off
he got a
balance
couple
threes.
of them.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, it was just,
Like I remember watching on TV, I was like, man, they're helping him. You know, he's taking these off balance crazy shots. They're helping him out. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, part of it is every time he leans, he's kicking.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
he's
Which you can't
But
do that.
But like,
You
but then
can't,
that's the
yeah.
thing. It's like if you're that off balance, it looks like it's natural. So it's like he can play off.
That's
of it.
so frustrating though.
Well, I mean, with the new NBA rules, you can't
Yeah.
kick anything
Yeah.
out, or you're gonna get offensive fouls. So I guess we'll see if he.
Dude, did you get a cylinder foul one game in SEC tournament, or am I
It was
totally wrong at Texas
it
A&M?
Was it Texas? I don't think it was Texas A&M.
I mean, it's kind of the same
It
sort of thing,
was-
cylinder and kicking, but I mean,
It was at South Carolina.
yes, South
I
Carolina.
remember
Yeah, I knew it
exactly what
was
you're talking.
South Carolina.
It was such a good defensive possession. You know,
I've
like,
never heard someone call that before.
and then it was like I was trying to get the call the whole rest of the game. I'm like, he's in my cylinder. Like, where's
Yeah.
mine? But it was that was one of the most controversial calls. Like,
Yeah.
And then like the next game or like next week, didn't you get the same like shit happen to you? But you hit him in the face and they called it technical on you.
I think that did
that
happen.
did happen.
Yeah, no, it did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro, it did.
I
It
didn't
was
know
like the
that.
very next
Like, bro,
week.
where's my cylinder? Like,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
like incidental too, because like sometimes when you're playing, like I'll sneak in a headshot. Like, I'll be honest. Like I'll sneak in one nobody sees, but like that was one where like he was really up in my space, and then I was not intentional, and then I get that.
Yeah, you gotta give it a little chicken
Chicken
wing
wing in there.
every now and then. I used to do that back in my day, but we can edit this out. But
Yeah. I mean, it's covered pretty much everything. If you want to do something fun, like the start bench cut.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, I guess we can stay with that. We can switch it up to next time.
How many times did you go to March Madness, or how many times did you play in the NCAA tournament?
Only 2. My last 2 years. It would have been 3, but obviously I left Texas early.
Yeah.
Both first round exits. So I mean, not much of an experience there. You know, at West Virginia, we were up like 18 in the second half, and managed to lose. It was just.
It always happens.
It was Maryland, and there was, what's his name?
Is that when they had the dude with the goggles? The big dude with the goggles? I forgot his name.
No, he wasn't there. Their big was Reese.
Angel Reese's brother.
Could be,
I'm actually.
Does she have a brother?
Yes, bro. I'm pretty sure because she went to Maryland too, right?
No, she went to LSU.
Man.
Right?
Bro,
She might be from Maryland.
Bro,
I don't know.
I'm finna prove something to y'all because I know
she
for
may
a
have
fact.
transferred there though.
He was like 6'11", like lefty.
All right, I'm about to research.
I know what you're talking about though. Smith.
That may have been way.
Yeah,
like,
I know the
ago.
goggles. I know who you're talking about.
University
he was a
of
monster.
Maryland, Angel Reese, 2020 to 2022, and she transferred to LSU in 2022 to
So,
2024.
does she have a
Wow.
brother?
Hold on, bro. I'm pretty sure that would make sense. I'm almost positive.
Ice Spice has a little
Julian
brother.
was also a basketball star at Maryland.
plays football. Did y'all know that?
Julian Reese.
Ice Spice.
Ice Spice has a little brother. It's a quarterback. He's like a 4-star.
A 4-star.
Yeah, I've seen it on Rivals one
Number
day.
10.
Yeah.
bro.
Okay, I was right.
I remember he was working out our big, bro. Working out, bro.
Is that you?
No, I was at the 4. You feel me? I was at the 4. But it was like he was just working out, bro. But the thing was, it was all left hand, all left. I'm like, there's so many times I ran past Hugs, and I was like, Hugs, put me on him, and he refused, like he would not put me on. I'm like, Hugs, put me on him. And he finally puts me on him. Did not score again, bro. I was like, bro, you should have done this from the jump. It's too late now. We're down 5, and there's a minute left.
Yeah.
But it's like, I was like, you should have just listened to me earlier, because like, I don't think people really like my post defense. I understand it because of the post player that I am.
Yeah.
That I was. So it's like I understand angles, I understand tendencies and what dudes want to do. But it was just like that game was defeating, but it definitely wasn't as bad as that first round exit as a cat. That's for sure.
Yeah, because you were like, I remember beginning of the season we had no footers still, and you were guarding Dickinson.
The 5
Yeah.
small ball.
Yeah.
That Hunter Dickinson.
But it worked.
I mean, yeah, it works because like I can stretch
what
the
you were
floor,
doing.
you know,
Yeah.
and it makes their 5s actually play.
Yeah.
They don't just get to sit back there and protect the rim. But Hunter Dickinson, it wasn't a very fun matchup. I'll tell you that much.
Dude, he's huge.
One, because he's huge. 2, he does all the little cheap stuff, and like he's so fundamental. When you're that fundamental and you get somebody smaller than you, it's like you're just right over the top.
Yeah.
So, did you play with Oscar at West Virginia? Or
No, I didn't.
No, okay. I
But
didn't think so. I was
Me and Oscar have crossed paths a couple of times, like growing up, because so right when I went to prep school is when he kind of came to the Pittsburgh area, and he played for the same AAU team that I was with, and it was just like I was aware of him,
Yeah,
like my whole life I was aware of what he was doing and things like that, and I actually never got to play against him, but I really wanted to, because I would have had a good game.
You think?
Now I don't. That doesn't mean he's not gonna have a good game too.
fair,
but
yeah.
like, granted, it's like just my ability to space the floors and take him off the dribble and things like that. And he's one of those dudes. I'm gonna get him pump fake, and then he's gonna go try to get it. But
Yeah, that floor spacing with Rob and Tone and Reed, with you playing the 5, opens up so
Who's the
much.
4 do? I guess essentially.
yeah,
A do is the
think
4.
it was
Yeah.
it. Just to do, huh? Who was the sub?
Justin, maybe they tried to play Justin.
The very
end, Yeah.
I think they
did
put
try
him
to
at the
slide
4.
Justin to the
Mhm,
4.
yeah.
I think it was. I don't really know who. Yeah, that was all. We didn't have any footers. Yeah.
No.
All three of them.
Nobody. All
No,
3
yeah.
of them were
Didn't-
hurting.
Then we
That's
were
actually crazy. We didn't have any footer for the
Yeah.
first.
And y'all did good
For
too.
Yeah.
quarter half of the season.
Canada, everything.
rebounding wasn't a problem. Yeah, it was solid.
And y'all
That's-
almost beat Kansas.
Almost.
Like really, like a couple
Yeah.
plays.
Yeah, we
beat
should
them.
have, bro. We
should
should
have.
have.
honestly,
That
we
was
should
one of
have.
those
And then-
kind of.
Y'all were like damn near almost. I think y'all had lost like 2 games, like at the New Year Park.
Yeah, I think so. Something like
Yeah,
because
we-
I think
we
we're
were
2.
on
We
the
just beat
roll.
Louisville by like 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Louisville game was really fun.
It was fun.
That's another memorable one.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun in that game.
I think who did we lose to? Oh, we lost to South Carolina. Was our next loss, which that was one of those ones that was just
What was the freaking UNCW, bro.
Mm.
That
I
game-
forgot about
That
that,
was
one.
that was the
bro.
two.
Man.
Like when y'all had lost too. Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
Which is,
I was there.
We
for that
knew
game,
they
too.
were good though, kind of going in. Because they were like, they're a good mid-major team, like
yeah,
whatever.
like they're solid. They had veterans, and
Yeah,
it was who was the dude? The one dude was just killing us, bro. The kid with the dreads.
yeah. They were.
Was
Yeah.
that Ingram? Harrison Ingram?
Oh, he's talking about on UNCW.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was his last name was like White or something.
I
think.
can't even
Maybe.
remember.
I have no
He
idea.
was driving to the rim. The guy that just drove to the rim the whole
he
game.
took it to the cup every single
Yeah.
time. Got a foul. Was at the free throw line. Was killing us in the mid range. Like
I forgot about that game.
Yeah, I did
That's
too.
good.
Actually, I forgot it was one of our. I forgot about that.
because I think that was really our first controversial loss. Like
Yes.
that was the one where people were like, all right, what's going on? Like
Yeah, but I think people don't really realize, like, dude, you play a team like that could happen any given night. Like,
yeah, that's a fact.
especially whenever. Yeah, I mean, if they're not even, they're a tournament team and they're like, dude, mid-major basketball is obviously really good, and then if you're playing a top team in that, and like, obviously you're not supposed to lose, but like if they come in and they're hot, and then obviously we're down 3 or 4 guys, don't have size, and then we're playing not great. I mean, it's tough to win.
For sure.
Yeah.
Basketball as a whole is starting to become where these mid majors and just teams that you wouldn't expect to come in and win on a given night will do it now.
Yeah, I mean, you got people are just talent's just starting to spread more.
Yeah.
You know, where
Yeah.
it used to be just the blue bloods, where now it's like dudes
Anybody.
don't care where they go to
No.
school, and
No.
especially with NIL now.
Oh.
Dudes are like,
NIL
dudes are like,
changed
I'm
the whole.
going for the bag. I can play however.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't understand the tournament. Like, dude, the 68 teams that are in the tournament, all those teams are like, there's a reason they're there regardless. And like, you could, I mean, honestly, you could fill out a bracket, dude. You have no idea who's going to win the tournament at the end of the day.
No.
You kind of have like a general idea of like the top, like
Yeah.
maybe like 6-8 teams. But like, other than that, dude, like 14 seed can be the 3. Obviously, whatever, it was 215 this year for us. Were we a 2 or were we a 3? No, we were 4, 3. What were we this year? 4?
3, I think.
Yeah, so yeah, like that,
Pretty
it
sound,
can
really.
happen anytime. But like, people were like so one dimensional of like, oh, that like shouldn't happen, and like, but I
No,
mean, like,
it
dude,
can't.
there's
It
a
happens a
reason
lot
that it's
now.
there. Yeah, it happens
And,
all the time.
Like the game and shit, like, was it like 16 seeds to beat a 1 seed?
Yeah.
And that's never happened
That's
until like the
that's
last
5 years.
like 5 years. Like I mean, Curry really changed the game, honestly.
Yeah.
Like just shooting, like everybody can shoot now
Yeah,
for the most part.
and like you said, talent's like all over the place, and like if one like, there's a reason you're a Division I basketball player, and if you get hot, like it's really hard to get out of that zone, regardless of
Yeah,
who's guarding
for
you,
sure.
and especially if you're playing in the tournament. Like some of these teams that are in the tournament, it's the first time they've been on like national TV all year, and it's like, you know, they're
And
they're
then-
up for that game,
And then you got to consider, like, for some reason, it's just like, as a basketball player, when you're at one of those schools and you get a matchup like Kentucky or a known school, it's like dudes just take it up another
Chip
level.
on the
Yeah.
shoulder, yeah.
So it's
Oh, yeah.
just like,
Turn it up.
I mean,
Do what you got to do.
I hate, like, I don't hate it, but like it was like Cal was like always like everyone's Super Bowl, but like no, it like actually
It's
is.
true,
Like
yeah.
it's
every
like
game.
regardless, like it's like different if it's like I don't know, like 2 other teams. Like, dude, if you like Kentucky,
Yeah.
Duke, Kansas, like any UNC. But I feel like I don't know, it's more so Kentucky for some
It's
UConn.
lit, bro. It was every single game this season. I felt like was everyone's best game against.
Yeah, no, without a
It's
doubt.
like you don't see anything like it, bro. It's like just because you have that name across your chest, every single person you line up against is giving you their best
Yeah.
game.
Definitely.
Like it's insane.
Even
Even the SEC, I feel like.
Oh, yeah,
Like everybody in the SEC is like,
every-
You have an X on your back
yeah,
from the
whether you're the 1 seed in it or not.
yeah, and also it does. I mean, obviously, it made us better as a team, like getting everyone's best game for the whole year, which
Yeah.
I think so personally. Because I mean, there's like a lot of games that were close this year, and like if we didn't have experience that happened the week before, the 2 weeks before in a certain game, you probably wouldn't have made it like a change or like played something different. But like you learned a lot from it, from the mistakes that like you may have made in the games before. But I know it's unreal how everybody gets up for
yeah.
Kentucky.
Even going back to how talent is spread evenly now, even like playing JUCO basketball, there's guys that like played against a guy that has Division I offers.
Mhm.
It's just because he probably can't get good grades or has a bad situation. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
like, or he just needs to grow. Like,
Yeah.
It's
No, I think
very
the talent
competitive
for
there,
basketball
too.
is nuts.
yeah.
All right, so I guess we'll wrap this up, and you can do.
We've been
You
doing-
do you want us to do the start bench cut? I think Miles may have a good one,
We've been doing start bench cuts with.
unless you have something better to
I
ask
don't.
Trey.
I don't right now.
Yeah.
But I do have a problem with you. You said you were going to cut Dominique Hawkins in the first episode. That's crazy, dude. He was
Who did
It was so I did Kentucky, like born and raised basketball players. So I did Jared Polson, Dominique Hawkins, and Derek Willis. And
I thought I benched Dominique Hawkins.
No, you cut
him.
Dominique Hawkins.
Yeah, and we made it like
I don't think I
actually,
meant
it's
to do
not even
that.
just these two, but like a couple other people have said something to me, like, dude,
He
what
was
was
like SEC tournament player.
Yeah, he's MVP
Or the
of SEC
tournament. Or
tournament,
something.
yeah,
He was
MVP.
definitely first
And
team.
you
I was
just
there.
you're just cutting him off your team, bro.
I think I meant to cut Jared, but I was not thinking. Maybe I meant to.
You
Is that what you're saying?
You
Or you
started
meant-
Derek Willis.
So you're not backing up what you said. You're changing it.
No, I think I was meaning to say bench Dominique Hawkins.
You gotta
Start
stand your
him over
ground. You gotta
anybody.
stand
I
your
think you're too
ground,
far
man.
down now. You better just
You
stick
gotta
with it.
stand your
I
ground.
Say
mean,
cut him.
I kind of have to. It's all over the internet right now. Or not really all over, but in our little knit. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm stuck with it now.
Do you want to do the start bench cut for Terry? Or me too.
You got it.
You want Kentucky? What do you want?
Yeah, Kentucky.
You want Kentucky, Trey, or you want a maybe like a Kentucky, West Virginia, UMass?
I was trying to think.
Kentucky. See, like
I mean, the only one you could really do for UMass
it's
is
Marcus Camby.
Marcus Camby or Dr. J. Like,
Yeah. All right. Let's just stick with
Let's go
Kentucky.
strictly NBA, like proms.
NBA proms. See, that's so controversial though.
Team USA.
Team USA.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Okay.
I like that. Yeah.
They almost lost today. Did you see that?
I did see
Yeah.
something about that. I watched the
It's like
one.
the last two games that they've
South
almost
Sudan. They almost lost it too, right?
Dude, Kenyon
Dude,
Gabriel,
he
missed a
LeBron
putback.
just taking over in the fourth, bro.
Go.
Seen it.
He's getting to the cup like every time though. Like he's right there. I'm like he did like the same move like 2 possessions in a row. Got right there.
Shit.
Pump fake up and under. I was like, bro, this is insane.
Unstoppable 40-year-old.
Curry's not making nothing in the fourth. It was like I saw him getting to his like his little size up and everything, and I was like, okay, it's going up. He shoots it, looks good, break. I'm like, bro, this is when they need you.
Yeah. Who is your GOAT?
Ooh.
We haven't asked anybody this.
me,
yet.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
we
a-
can just do this instead of the start bench cut. Let's
I'm
just do who's your goat.
I'm a LeBron dude.
Yeah.
you
Okay.
know.
That's valid.
I've heard it all, but it's like
That's
when you go through how long he's played, everywhere he's been, and he's been impactful. The numbers. I feel like the real only controversial thing is people always bring up the rings.
yeah. No, I agree. I'm a LeBron guy too. I don't know where everybody else in this room is. I know Park's
I'm
super
LeBron.
LeBron biased.
Parker, Cooper, and Bryson make me hate LeBron as much as they talk about him.
Well,
I would say Jordan, but I never watched him live.
Trendo.
So I'll say
Mine's Bron too.
Kobe's probably my favorite player of all time, so I go Kobe.
Okay.
He's up there.
I like that.
He's top 5.
yeah,
for
that's
sure.
fine.
He's top.
Yeah. I mean, Kobe's my favorite too. So I back Kobe.
Is that who did you model your game after? Like when you were younger? Is it Kobe?
Big
did you
Baby
watch?
Davis.
Come on, bro. You look like Glenn Big
Cadillac.
Baby Davis, man.
Nah.
Escalade.
Yeah. Nah. Honestly,
That's why they call you Baby Jokic, huh?
I don't know, man. I mean, Klay Thompson's my favorite player. I play more like Draymond though.
Yeah, big man.
Nice
Enforcer, man.
screens, cuts.
Just
Trey
all
knows.
around solid, yeah.
Draymond can't shoot though. You
Yeah,
can shoot.
okay. I could.
You can shoot.
Maybe give me like I don't know. I don't really have anyone. Yeah.
Who did you watch a lot, Miles?
Like
Who is your
growing up,
favorite Kentucky player of all time?
Reed Travis. I know that's crazy. That's crazy as hell. But it is. Swear to God.
It is, yeah.
That's weird as hell, but I swear it is.
I didn't think you were gonna say that,
No, I
but like I had an idea, like you
Yeah.
probably would.
No, I would say
I don't
him,
hate it, but
like top 3. That team though, for some reason, with him, PJ was so damn good that year. And then they had Hero. Everybody loved Hero. I didn't really like. I mean, he was good, obviously, but I wasn't like into the hype.
Yeah.
And shit. Keldon was good.
Yeah,
They had-
quick.
Yeah, they had quickly off the bench. They had EJ
Yeah.
off the bench, Nick off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
That team was damn good. I mean,
Yeah,
they was an
yeah.
overtime away from a Final Four.
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
but I really like that team. But I
Okay.
like Josh Harrelson too.
Okay.
Come on.
George.
Just because of that. And me and my dad used to go to father-son camps.
Yeah.
And I had a hat that said Miles on the back of it. It was like a UK hat. And I would like have all of them sign it. Like Dad would make them sign it. And I was walking away, and he was like, "See you later, Miles." And I was like, "Oh shit, he knows my name." It was on my hat. And then
Oh yeah.
Who said that?
Josh
Josh
Harrelson.
Harrelson.
So he's a goat for me. And then Deron Lamb, dude, he was
Deron
so
Lamb.
damn good.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
That's
a
my
good-
top three.
Turned up.
Favorite UK player? Mine's Darius Miller.
Okay.
Clean cut. I actually got a picture with him like senior year of college. We were at we were at the rooftop bar. He was over there in like his beanie.
So you fanboyed a little bit.
Oh hell yeah! I told one of my boys, I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Darius Miller. He's like, nah, that dude's too skinny.
Well, if you
be
come
Darius
to our
Miller."
TBT game tomorrow, he is an assistant coach, so you may be able to get to see your idol.
Think he'll remember me?
Who can ask?
No, that's my guy though. He was a huge piece. You know, that team was really good. And just his role plays. I mean,
Trey, your favorite Kentucky player?
Mine's
Ball time?
definitely Bug, bro.
Okay. Yeah. So no one's just gonna ask me. You're just gonna leave me out of this. That's fine.
I was going to, because me and you are the last ones left. BC.
No, Park, you go ahead for yours.
Okay, mine, AD. So I went to, you know, how they used to have the signings at like the random like sports stores, like in
Mhm.
Owensboro, they had them. Yeah. So AD came to Owensboro. I was like, got there too late, I guess. They wouldn't let me go get my stuff signed, and I was like 10, 9. So I'm like, I'm sad, man. I might even cry. Who knows? So probably like the next weekend, he's in E-Town. Me and Mom go to E-Town. Finally get in there, man. Got my basketball. Got the jersey up there if you can see it. He signed my basketball. And he's like, yo, he remembered me. He's like said something about like being in Owensboro or whatever. And so I always remember that. And yeah, shook his hand, dapped him up, probably talked to him for a good 5 minutes. He remembered me from Owensboro. So that was
That's
dope.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. NBA champ. That's my dog. BC? Who is it? Jared Paulson?
Actually, yeah, probably. I don't know. I did like him a lot. I saw him play at the state tournament, and he dropped like 37, and I really liked that. But dude, I don't know. I should probably already had this on my mind. Probably.
had all the time.
Yeah.
Let me go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jared Paulson.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or is he West Jessamine? Is
Wes
that what you
Jessamine.
said? Who was from Madisonville?
John Hood.
John Hood. Yeah.
Come
Okay.
on, man.
Making sure. I was making sure.
Well, I guess that's kind of all we had, right, Park? Trey, we appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
for
you
sure.
having me,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I know. That was.
Well, we can ask Trey, like, what do you plan on doing for the?
Yeah, what's your plans,
Yeah,
man?
what's next?
Yeah.
I wish I knew, to be honest.
That's how I. Yeah,
But,
that's
you
how
know,
it goes,
I'm
man.
like I said, I'm kind of in a waiting period right now. You
Yeah.
know, my agent's working behind the scenes, and I mean, right now it's like I can get an E10 with potentially get an E10 with OKC, Brooklyn, or New Orleans. So like he's working on those, but if not, it's looking like either Greece or Japan.
That'd be awesome. Yeah,
So I mean, obviously I'm not opposed to anything.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
paying me to play. You know, I'm okay with going to see the world a little bit.
For sure. Yeah.
Because, I mean, next year, just be right back in the same thing, you know, summer league, try to fight for a spot again. So, yeah.
Have you been overseas much?
Not at all, actually.
Really?
You know, I was.
Well, the
listen,
Bahamas. Did y'all go to the Bahamas?
No, I wasn't.
Went to
We just went to
Canada.
Canada.
Canada, yeah. Man.
Not too far away. But
Yeah. That's awesome, man. All right. Well, yeah, we'll wrap it up. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you, Trey, popping in, talking. We wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors.
appreciate
You got
it.
Miles and Trendo here. Finally, we're going to do another one probably like right after this tonight. Might as well. We're here.
Yeah.
But yeah, BC, see you, dog.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, then. Everybody, peace.